Hi folks, welcome to a Pauper League. We have won the die roll. We are going to play first. We are playing Golgari, Aristocrats, and we're going to keep this hand. This will be fun. I've played exactly 5 matches with this deck, and I like it. So we're going to lead off with the tapped land, and I'm not sure, I'm pretty sure we're playing Nest Invader next. I hope this is not elves, because we'll get rocked. Hexproof, we may also get rocked. I think we'll just go double 1-drop here, now that we found a forest. And not sure what else we'll do. We could also go Nest Invader, then we could play Bloodbriar on turn 3 and sack the token to get a 3-3. Or sorry, a 3-4. Is that better? 1-1 and a 1-1. Next turn we could play Bloodbriar. Really don't know. I think having multiple guys is probably better than the mana boost. Though the mana boost is not too bad either. Another line we could do on turn 3 is Knight's Whisper and both of these 1-1s. So maybe I will play Nest Invader. Just opens up our options a lot. We still get an attack for 2 on turn 3, so I think that's the play. So I have played against Hexproof once before, and I lost. It's the only loss I have with this deck so far, but it was, as I've said, a decently competitive match. And we do have Gleeful Sabotage out of the board. We also have Spore Frog, which should help a little bit. And he doesn't have a fast start. He also might be missing white mana. Okay, so this turn I'm willing to... Man, Bloodbriar is a 3 damage creature. If we... we can sack the spawn next turn also. So I'm willing to trade Nest Invader for both guys. I think I'm actually going to play Bloodbriar. It's a little bit of a faster clock than playing 2 1-1s. And we're trying to race here. That's kind of the name of the game. So what we can do next turn is we can sack the spawn to cast Knight's Whisper, and then we can also play some 1-1s and we get a pump out of it. So I think we'll do that. Okay, so now he's got his color, and he's probably going to play a powerhouse enchantment, maybe Armadillo Cloak on the Ledgewalker, maybe Ancestral Mask. Just an abundant growth, so this is only going to produce 2, so it's not going to be either of those. It still might be Ethereal Armor, though. Rancor resolves. We don't have any flyers, so we have to try and race this somehow, which is not really looking too great. Yeah, game 1 is definitely a problem for us. We'll see if we can pull something out in the subsequent games. Now we can actually cast Carrion Feeder, which I like a bit more. I think I might just soup the Carrion Feeder up to a really big size to get the Bloodbriar going. I could sack both of these and it gets this guy up to, and this. Alright, so do I want the Blister Pod or the Young Wolf? I think I want the Young Wolf. It's more damage, so I'm kind of just going to go all out because we don't have a choice. So I'm going to attack here, here, and here and see what he does. Because I'm going to make 3 sacrifices this turn, at least. So he blocks there. Okay. Well, good for us. So now we're synergizing a billion times. Yeah, auto yield to this. Yeah, I'm just gonna sack both Young Wolves now. I think we want to get some damage out, and by some I mean a lot. So that's 6 damage. That's a third of the opponent's life total. and or 7 damage rather. So I think we're happy with that for the time being. He's at 11. Wow, just going for it. Isn't he dead? He's dead if I sacrifice another. Well, maybe he has more blockers. Okay. 3. Whoa. Alright, so maybe we're dead. If I can find a tragic slip, I think we still lose. I think we still lose. What could I find with Terramorphic Expanse? Or sorry, with Terramorphic into Pulse? Basically nothing. Blister Pod doesn't really do anything. So I think we're dead. But there's a chance maybe he just makes a mistake. Can I Knight's Whisper into something that saves me? I go to 5. If there's another Jungle Hollow, I'm at 6. So I'm just dead to this. So no, there's basically nothing that can save me. Oh, this... Wow, I didn't even know this synergized with that. Oh, I could find a Rancor. Rancor actually will do it. Maybe. Probably not. Maybe. Wow, I didn't even think about this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I should probably play more fetch lands. Okay, so we're going to draw 2. If I find a Rancor, which I didn't, maybe that something would happen there. But let's just force him to block. And we're going to lose this game if he blocks correctly. But oh well. Well, that's a nice little synergy. I'll have to keep that in mind. Alright, that sounds about right. Okay, that works too. So we're sacking the Young Wolf. And we're going to lose if he attacks, so let's pass the turn. Typing GG. Maybe he messes up, you never know. If he messes up, he could still live, I think. But did not, so we'll go ahead and concede and get to the sideboarding. So that was a pretty close game, though. He had enough blockers to kind of stay in it. So I think Pulse is probably a little slow. We want to interact as quickly as possible. Tragic Slip's a tough one because we do want to kill or a Gnarlid if we can afford it, but it's dead everywhere else. So I'd rather have the 4 Sabotages and the Spore Frogs and kind of just not even worry about the rest. Unearth's a little bit weird also, but at worst we can just cycle it. Maybe Tragic Slip's a little better. I'm not going to run more than 1 Tragic Slip. It's too situational. So we have 2 Spore Frogs, 4 Gleeful Sabotage. We could run Fairy Macabre to hit Rancor or Young Wolf, but don't really want to. I don't think Nourish is the card we want either, nor Grim Harvest. So this is going to be it. Let's see how we do. And we'll definitely play first. That tempo is going to mean a lot. So let's go ahead and do it. And this is a keepable hand, so let's go ahead and keep. We've got a decent clock here. And we'll go Blister Pod. We can Rancor it up next turn. And then fix our colors. Yeah, this hand looks pretty good. No sideboard yet, but... So it's either Dude or... Okay. So, yeah, I think we just start Rancoring. We need to race. And this is our best racing tool that we have for 1 mana here. Okay. So we're just racing, and we're hoping to draw into Gleeful Sabotage. I think that's what saves us. So he's going to fix his colors. Might throw on Ethereal Armor. I think we might have a fast enough clock here. Unless he just sits back. Nope. He's racing. So he's got some bigger auras in hand that he's hoping to use. Well, Nest Invader. I guess my plan is to block with a Blister Pod so I get the mana for Bloodbriar. I could also... Could he have something that punishes this? Like a sweeper? I guess he could have Holy Light. I don't know that he would bring that in against me. Since we're planning to block, we are getting the mana that we would normally get from Nest Invader, so I think it's okay to double up on Blister Pod. So let's get in there. We're a little ahead on the race, but if he finds some type of cloak or something, or a life link, then we'll probably be in trouble. The plan's to block. I guess he's got Rancor. No. Okay, draws a card. With no trample, we can just chump block all day, but I think he's going to have Armadillo Cloak. Yep. Nope. Yep. Nope. I don't know. Drawing again. Yep. So I'm still going to block with one guy to get the mana. We're going to 12. We have to find Gleeful basically right now. Or Spore Frog, but I mean, even him gaining life is pretty absurd. Alright. There's Gleeful right now, and we have 2 green guys. Alright, I really like that. Should I sack the spawn token? Or should I attack with it? I guess I could sack the token to make a Nest Invader and still get in for the 3. Okay, I like that. That seems like our best play. We have to kill this right now. Kill both of these. This is a good play, though. I like this play. And I'll attack first. I'm at 12, yeah. This play should be good for us. That was a very well-timed Gleeful. Yeah, these are... Wait. This card has no color. So I don't know if I can... Oh, it's just untapped creatures that share color with it. Oh, wow. I don't think we can conspire here. And if I... This card has no color. I could look it up. No, this is not a green creature, so I guess we can't do that. So we just have to kill Armadillo Cloak and hope that's good enough. I don't think we can really afford to wait, so we're going to do this now. Well, that's a Nombo. I'll have to consider that a bit. We still may have saved our own butts. I probably should have left this guy back to block, actually. So we're making some mistakes. Alright, that relic's not going to factor in. Is he just going to pop it? No. He's going to play a Ledgewalker. Okay. I'll take this damage. There's a Bloodbriar. Or sorry, there's our land for Bloodbriar. Obviously we lose to Ancestral Mask. If I cast Night's Whisper, do we lose to a bunch of other stuff? We go to 6. We lose to Rancor. No, we don't. It'll become a 7/5. I'm gonna leave the Blister Pod back, and I am gonna cast the Bloodbriar. A Spore, Night's Whisper into Spore Frog would be the other consideration, but I think we have a better chance of winning overall if we just cast Bloodbriar. And we have to fade Ancestral Mask for 1 turn, because he can put it on Silhana Ledgewalker and win. Okay. Okay, that went well. Yep, just chump block with Blister Pod. Now we have some mana to work with. Okay, we found another Blister Pod, so I think I can afford to Knight's Whisper off of the Eldrazi spawn and trigger Bloodbriar. We really want another Gleeful Sabotage. Oh, now we got some toys. So Carrion Feeder cannot block, but if I play them all pre-combat, I could pump this one time. I could also sack this at some point to get Rancor on my Bloodbriar. So I think I play everything pre-combat, and then I'll figure it out. Okay, we need blockers for Glade Cover Scout. He could draw Journey to Nowhere to get the blocker away. So I think I will leave Nest Invader back, but I'll attack with Bloodbriar and Blister Pod. He's at 11. This is 6, so it's half of his life total. Okay, so I'll just not do anything yet. He goes to 8. We'll pass. I mean, he should probably just crack his relic. Yeah. Okay, so land. Is that it? Is he sitting on Prismatic Strands or something? Okay. So how do I kill? I think I go and make the Bloodbriar as big as possible and give it trample. So I can sack twice, and that already makes it get around the first strike. So let's just do that and give it the Rancor. Oh jeez, it's gonna take forever. Always yield. Yes. Always yield. We might have this one. He had to like whiff a bunch on the okay, so I think we kind of have him dead here. So I think that's all I need to do right now. I'm going to try and Rancor up Bloodbriar. I think we lose to Prismatic Strands, but we're not beating Prismatic Strands. And the other thing is, he left this guy back, which is not something you really do if you have Prismatic Strands. So I think we just kill him here. So he just dies if we don't do anything. First strike does not kill. 6 toughness. Okay, that resolves. Yes. And we win. Okay, we won on turn 7 in a very close game. The Gleeful Sabotage saved us, and we would have won faster had he not drawn Armadillo Cloak. Ancestral Mask would have killed us. He drew 6 lands, we drew 4. So all of these things play a crucial role here. Yeah, I don't think we changed anything. Also, we had Blister Pods in play, which did not work with our sabotages. Technically only have 11, 12, 13 green guys to make the sabotage work. So that's something we should look at. I thought it would be a lot more consistent to get that Conspire going, but I did not read Blister Pod as closely as I should have. Well, this hand's not a mulligan. I don't think it's insane, but if we do draw Gleeful, we can use it to the fullest. So I guess we just begin. The Knight's Whisper does make things a little bit better as well. Maybe. His hand seems pretty fast. He's gonna fix. But if that's, maybe that's only temporary fixing there. I think I'm willing to block. Yeah, I'm definitely willing to block a 5/5. And Gleeful would be sick now, especially if he's missing colors. So I think I can Rancor and cast another Young Wolf. I think that's the way we want to run this. And keep trying to block until we can draw into Gleeful Sabotage. So next turn I'm actually thinking Night's Whisper and Young Wolf is the way to go. Because the more we just chump block his... Is this a Rancor? No. He's got a Young Wolf. And he's hanging back. So I think I am going to Night's Whisper and into Young Wolf here, so that I can try and find something to kind of wreck him. Alright, well at least next turn we have Bloodbriar Evolving Wilds, but I didn't want to hit all those lands. Not attacking into a 5/5 first striker. And I'm guessing he has 2 white cards in hand. And oh, never mind. He's got a big fat fatty. Okay, so the hope is that we can grow Bloodbriar big enough to not get wrecked. We also need to draw Gleeful Sabotage and not lands. Too many lands here, guys. Okay. So I can't make any other sacrifices. Ugh. Really? Jeez. So this puts us on 1 turn. Because we can't block that thing, as you can see. And we drew a Blister Pod. So we are dead. But we'll, I guess we'll just pass the turn and hope he misses his attack. We flooded this time, as you see, 7 lands. So didn't see any of our sideboard. That hurt us a bunch too. This also might just be an unfavorable matchup because this is my second loss to it. So you guys be the judge. We're going to go ahead and move on to round 2, try and climb back. Thank you guys very much for watching. And we got a nice compliment from Friend, which is very welcome, or much appreciated, I should say. So congrats to our opponent. Thank you guys very much for watching. We'll be back for round 2. Hey guys, we're right back into it. Round number 2, we're gonna play first. We fell a little bit short against Hexproof in round 1, but we're gonna try and redeem ourselves here. We are on the play, and this is a bit more of a mid-rangey hand. We don't have too many synergies going on, so unless you count Terramorphic Expanse plus Pulse of Marasa, one of the sweetest synergies there is. Cool. So let's get it started here. I think, oh, he mulliganed to 6. So let's see if he's gonna keep. He does keep, and what does he do with his scry? I'll just wait and take a look later. We're not changing any of our plays based on what he does here, so oops. He put a card on the bottom. And another forest, turn 1. Nettle Sentinel this time. I'm hoping that it's Stompy and not Elves, because I don't think we have anything against Elves. I think we're pretty bad against Elves. So I'm not going to attack. Not sure if I'm going to block either. I want to see more of what he's working with. Looks like he might be Stompy, actually. We don't have a lot for this matchup either. No, it's Elves. Yikes. I don't think we can do much of anything against them. The only saving grace is that he does not have a fast hand here. So he should have attacked first. He's not even attacking. Okay. So we're planning to Tragic Slip that Priest of Titania. Yeah, we're just going to do it now. We're not going to be able to keep up with whatever he's doing, so use our one removal spell now, and hopefully that's good enough. We need to draw into our creatures. I mean, we can fight through this, through another creature deck, but it's just going to be really tough. If we make a gigantic anything and put a Rancor on it, I think that is one way we can win, but we need him to be really slow. And he's fairly slow for elves. I mean, a guy on turn 1, guy on turn 2 might not seem like it's slow, but he didn't have any type of acceleration to start with. I'm just going to F6. He did mulligan to 6 and bottom a card, so kind of tells you something. Does he have a third land? I really don't know. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and take the block if he attacks. Okay, he doesn't. So let's fire off Night's Whisper. And we can either play Nest Invader, Young Wolf, or another Night's Whisper. I'll go ahead and play Nest Invader. This accelerates us for next time. Maybe the token becomes a factor, depending on what we draw. I actually can Night's Whisper twice next turn and play Young Wolf. That's not the best idea, but yeah, I should just auto yield to this, but what are you gonna do? Okay, so that's a card I'd like to kill, but who knows if it'll happen. Alright, we might get a big enough guy that there's an unearth. So I think I want to draw first, but I'm not sure if I want to tap a land or tap the spawn. I'll tap the spawn. Everything here requires a color, so it just gives us more versatility. We drew another Nest Invader and Unearth. So technically I could Night's Whisper. I'm going to attack with the Nest Invader and kind of go from there. If he blocks, which he probably won't, I guess. Actually I can do all of this, huh? So now I'll Whisper again. Boom. Boom. Ooh, there's the tragic slip, but we can't cast it. We have to wait. It's going to be too late. He's got way too much mana. Oh well. Would have been nice. But now we're going to see why this deck wrecks us. 5 mana. Well, probably, what's it called? Huntmaster. Oh, Vanguard. Okay, so we can kill that if we can get him to block something. Which we probably can. So he's going to play how many more guys? At least one. So the synergies are happening. They're really happening. Yeah, it's a 2-2. It's a 3-3. Alright. So we have to at least suicide one guy. I may just have to cycle this also. I'm not going to use Pulse yet. Pulse seems a little expensive. I'm just looking at it here. None of our guys even cost 3. Ooh, that's good. I mean, I guess it's not that good, but it's fairly good. What is the best line here? He can't really kill creatures, so maybe I just cycle this first. just a land. So I guess I'm not attacking with Young Wolf. I'm sacking a Young Wolf, killing this, and getting in with both Nest Invaders. That seems okay. Or is it better to kill Priest of Titania and just take our chances? No, I think we're trying to dominate the board with bigger creatures, so I think we kill the Elvish Vanguard. I mean, I really wish it could be a permanent boost, but I think for now we're just doing it this way. Alright. He just slipped and bumped his mother effing head. Okay, let's get in with our bears. Alright, we might actually pull out of this. The thing that we need to fade is a blue source that lets him cast Distant Melody, because if that happens, you can just kiss it goodbye. Kiss everything goodbye here. Pulse is not too bad, actually. What we can do next turn is get a bunch of sacrifices out of a Young Wolf and get it back into play. So it's actually not so bad. Plus this thing, he just can't ever attack or block. Uh-oh. Here it comes. It's Ulamog's Crusher or something. Or is it just a bunch of people? It might also just be a bunch of people. If we can get a Rancor, though, I think we can win this game. Again, we have... oh... maybe not. All those tokens are going to be just a huge deal. Now I get to auto-yield, though. And I'm going to have to auto-yield to this as well. Yeah, this is kind of sad. Yes, resolves. Well, if we're just both flooding the board, we could have a chance. I think he probably should have cast the Vanguard first. The Vanguard's going to be tough. This card used to be a rare, guys. That means it's formidable. Well, not necessarily. That's not necessarily what that means. There are a lot of rares that are garbage. Yes, resolves. What else you got? Oh no. See, this is why. Do you understand why I said this was not going to be a good matchup? Everything is a must kill. There's too many good synergies. In fact, our deck is, you could argue, a worse Elves deck. You know, creature-based, green synergy stuff. And these are the better synergies. A deeper card pool. This tribe has been around forever. It's been promoted a bunch. Just not a lot that we can make happen. I can still get in with Bloodthrone, though. Man, we gotta kill Well-Wisher, but we're not gonna be able to. That's a tragedy. And he hasn't even drawn a Timberwatch Elf. Imagine what'll happen when that comes down. Yep, not the draw we want. Well, there's almost not even a point in attacking. He's at 14, right? So can't do 14. 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, but then he would just have to not block ever, and that's not going to happen. Yeah, there's basically no point in attacking. I have to... this is like plan F, which is hope I draw a third Tragic Slip so I can kill this, and also draw a Rancor with other creatures. We've already burned through 3 Night's Whispers, so things are going to kind of slow down for us, and they're only going to accelerate for him. As you can see, he's making 10 mana now. Okay, well, we do have a ground defense at the moment. It's going to be a little while until... actually, that Vanguard's going to grow almost exponentially with 2 token producers in play. And he's gaining a lot of life. This game's kind of a lost cause. The match might also be a lost cause. What do you think? Is last card's Distant Melody? Very high likelihood. I'm going to have to auto yield to yet another trigger once he figures out how to put it on the stack. It does take a while. I'm not trying to mock him. When all those multiple triggers pop up at once and they want you to order them, it does take longer than normal. And especially because I don't think he's auto yielding to any of this stuff. Well, this is a matchup that we're definitely a dog to. I think Hexproof's a little closer, or actually considerably closer, but this one for sure is just not something we really want to face. They can flood the board better than us. They can be more mana efficient than us. They're more degenerate, even just casting a really big distant melody, so they can draw more cards. The life gain engine of Well-Wisher is a huge problem. The damage dealing engine of Timberwatch Elf is a huge problem. And then Vanguard is not so bad because it grows a lot slower than our Blood Throne does. But even if he attacks now, I think I'd probably just chump with the Young Wolf. I don't know what I'd do. It's an 8/8. Maybe I just have to suck it up and sack a bunch of times. So he found blue, so now Distant Melody's gonna hit. Yeah. How many cards is that? 5, 8, 11, 14, 15. 4, 8, 12, 15, yeah. Okay. Well, we're gonna be here a while, guys. All he needs to play is Timberwatch Elf. He's gonna win. He doesn't need to commit anything else. You know what? I'll F6. I don't want to F6. If he just resolves like a Viridian Longbow or something, we might want to respond. Though I think we're losing this 100%. But I don't want to just play poorly because we're in a miserable spot. He's only got 1 mana left anyway. How much life is he gonna gain? Something like 30 million. Okay. Wow. Okay, at least I'm yielding to all this. It resolves. Yep, that's a lot of tokens. It's almost like he has Presence of Gond. Presence of Gond is kind of fun. Making 1/1 Elf Warriors is kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie. These guys look old as hell. What's with all the white hair? Yes. Oh, it was only 24 life. That's all? Okay. Well, he's only got 1 good attack, so... Alright, maybe not. So I'm definitely killing that Huntmaster, but not that that matters. Alright. May I block? That's his attacker step, yes. I would like to move to blockers. Okay. So we're gonna sack our Young Wolf twice to the Blood Throne. We're gonna kill the Visionaries and some tokens. And okay. And I'll sack twice. And I think I will Pulse of Marasa at end of turn. It's good that there's that buffer there, because if there wasn't, you'd be a lot more likely to frequently sacrifice creatures by accident. Okay. Yeah, how do you like that? I gained 6 life to your 24. He's gonna pitch like 5 cards. He pitched a Well-Wisher, number 3. Makes sense. Birchlore Rangers, yeah, okay. Sylvan Ranger, yep. All the low impact guys. Well, I don't think we can win. Especially not now. We're flooding a bit in a lot of these games, I'm noticing, so might need to cut lands or add some more cantrips. Yeah, I think we can survive one more turn, so let's make it happen. Plus, this is draining the clock for him. He's spent 12 minutes on this game, so we might actually be able to time him out. Timberwatch Elf would have beaten us this turn had he played it earlier. I don't know if he drew it or not, but... Oops, I should have hit auto yield. My mistake. That's a lot of life. 82. He's about to hit the achievements that we were working on a while back. But I think we actually survive here. He's attacking for, aside from this guy, he's attacking for 8, 11, 12, 22. So we block this, and I guess all the 2/2s, and we take 11. Okay, well, I mean, we're not living, so it kind of doesn't matter. Are there any survivable blocks we can make to stay alive? This is 2, 3, 4 plus 10. This is 4, 5 plus 10. So I can trade with just one of these, right? I can kill the Priest of Titania and kill the Visionary. And I take, is this guy attacking? This guy is attacking. I take 10, 11, 15. Okay. So I preserve my board just a little bit. He's going to be a little bit in trouble because he's taking more time to win this game than he is, more than half of his time basically. So he has less time to win one of the next 2 games than he does to win this game. Okay, well, just suit up our guy. Doesn't matter. And we'll go here. And we'll F6 because we're about to lose. But small victories. Yep. So I'll still try and make the best blocks possible. This guy would need to die. So would she, and then we'd have to jump there or something. And he wins. So he's got 12 minutes. And we have nothing for this matchup. I guess we have Spore Frog, which might save us a little bit. What's our worst card? Probably Pulse of Marasa. I think that's it. We just have to get off to a faster start, which is very hard to do against elves. So we will play first. And this hand is not keepable by any stretch of the imagination. If it were a forest, you know what? We might actually keep it, but it's not a forest, that's a swamp. This hand we can keep. Knight's Whisper. It's not a bad card. It's not a great card, but yeah, I'll keep it. Maybe that's wrong, but we don't have a lot of quote-unquote good cards against against elves. I'll play Nest Invader as well. That way we can double 2-drop on turn 3. Okay, so this is going to be a fast start for him, but hopefully our creature size can help us. Boom, boom. F4. Also, hopefully he can just play slow and maybe he'll even just time out. All's fair in a Pauper league. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So we're accelerating a little bit. Not too bad. Resolves. He's going to make a 1-mana guy. Okay, maybe not. Please attack me. Okay, I'm going to attack first. And then we'll do some crazy stuff later. Alright, I'm going to sack this to draw. Spore Frog. Well, that Rancor might have been good also, but I'm going to play Vampire. Maybe we can get something going, especially with the Rancor. That's it. That's all I have to do. I can also just Rancor. Oh, you know what I can do? I can sack the Nest Invader to Blood Throne. Unearth it. That's pretty sweet. That's a pretty big attack. Uh-oh. That's okay. Blood Throne's gonna be big this game. Alright, we're not too bad here. Sure. His hand's not great, but he's going to cast Distant Melody next turn, and that's going to be a problem. But I think if we get a huge attack here, we can do okay. Depending on what I draw, we might actually have a lot of thinking to do. But we drew a land, so we really don't have much of anything. Yeah, I think I want to sack the Nest Invader and get it back. But I don't actually have to do that pre-combat. So I'll just attack here and kind of influence a block. This is only an attack for 5. I'm going to sack it regardless, so if he wants to block or not, it doesn't matter so much to me. Okay, so that's 5. Unearth. Boom. Spore Frog. So we may be able to just go all in on the Blood Throne depending on what we draw. This is 5, 7, 9. Not quite. Plus he's got the Hunt Master. He's gonna Distant Melody. Yeah, I don't think we can win. I think we're on the timeout plan now. Hope he times out, but if Distant Melody is gonna close the game pretty quick. Yeah, we have nothing for this matchup. This was not a matchup I was even thinking about. So, I mean, maybe you can make adjustments. Our sideboard's very kind of narrow, so there's definitely some stuff that we could be playing. It's just basically a trial run of the deck. So I'm not expecting too much from it. And it's actually very fun to play, so that in and of itself is pretty cool. But it's looking like we're gonna get wrecked here. Alright, where's that distant? Oh, so we need Tragic Slip right away. We need Tragic Slip right away. Oh, we have Spore Frog, so I guess we don't need it right away. We need it within next 2 turns. Okay, here we go. I think I hear something. Something in the distance. Maybe he'll misclick the creature type. He'll click elemental. No, I don't think he did. 3, 6, 9, 13 cards. Well, if I was playing sweepers, he would be somewhat wise not to do anything else, but I guess he's going to discard anyway. So it's almost the same difference. It basically is the same difference, I guess. Okay. There's going to be a lot of tokens. He could time out. There's so many triggers here. Eventually he's just going to get to the point where he realizes I probably should just leave it there and call it a day. What next? Ooh, another Timber Watch. Yep. Yep. Yes. So this is possibly even our worst matchup. I can't imagine things getting much worse than this. Well, we can live one turn thanks to Spore Frog. And then after that we need something. Tragic Slip doesn't even work because he's got 2 Timberwatch Elves. So there's really no way out of this. He's not going to time out when he can win in 2 turns, so. But maybe he plays his whole hand and that takes him 3 minutes. He can get close to timing out, but I don't think he's going to actually time out. Alright, that's enough, man. Haven't you done enough? Leave a little bit of something back in case I play Evan Carr's Justice. I guess even if I do that, that screws me more than it screws him. Okay, so we just untap. And we pass the turn. Not attacking into a 29-29 or a 21-21. We have to exactly draw another Spore Frog. Okay, I'm gonna pass priority. Choose blockers. No blockers. I'll sacrifice Spore Frog. All damage has been prevented. He left behind 10 guys. I don't think I can get bigger than 10 toughness. And I can't, and we're gonna lose. Alright, so we're going into familiar territory here. Time and time again, we have started with our backs against the wall and been forced to try and claw our way back reverse sweep, if you will. And that's the situation we're going to be in today. So let's see what we can do. Yeah, there's just way too many tokens. Nothing's going to pan out for us. I at least get the satisfaction of killing a Timberwatch elf. But that's about all. And we'll concede as well. So, yeah. Just one last defiant act. And we'll go ahead and F6 here. Thank you guys very much for watching. We'll be back for round number 3 and hopefully start the path to redemption. Okay guys, we are in round 3 trying to get a win here. We will keep this hand on the draw and see how it goes. Opponent is on some kind of blue deck. So do I want to play Evolving Wilds or Guild Gate? We're gonna see more lands from the Whisper. I know we're missing a Bloodbriar trigger, but the way things are working now, we're probably missing it anyway because we'll play this land before the Briar comes down most of the time. And I guess we're getting a Swamp, so I can maybe Carrion Feeder and blue-black. I can maybe Carrion Feeder and Rancor, though I wouldn't attempt that against open mana. So there's the Swamp. So we could just Carrion Feeder, tapped land, pass. I think that's probably fine. This could be a Remove Soul or something. I don't want to try the Rancor into open mana, so I'll just throw this to the Wolves and then we'll fix a little bit. I don't think we want Blood Throne. Yeah, you're asking for trouble if we just arbitrarily throw the Rancor on because we're feeling antsy. So he has an 8K. This is looking like Curse of the Bloody Tome, Dimir Teachings. I've faced Dimir once and beaten it. It's a winnable matchup, especially if you can exhaust some of their counters early, and if they don't just get the perfect kind of smooth progression, then sort of in the middle part of the game you can force through more threats than they can actually answer. So for instance here, it looks like he's gonna play a Karoo. Yep. And so we can Blood Throne and put a Rancor on it, though it's probably dying anyway. The other option is just casting Bloodbriar as a 2/3, but I think I'd rather have this eat an Edict than the Bloodbriar. So I'll just go ahead and Rancor now. Now this is again probably dying, but we'll see. Okay, he's drawing 2. He played his land first though. I don't like that, though it may mean he's got a 2-mana thing that... Ooh, maybe we're getting in. Okay, so just gonna attack, then I'm gonna play Bloodbriar. Okay. So that's peculiar. We have a board presence. No, he's got basically a Remove Soul. So this is working out pretty well for him because we're already 6 lands in. Wow, he doesn't appear to have an answer to this. That makes it very likely to me that he's got some kind of counter. I'm gonna try for Night's Whisper first. Maybe Blister Pod is less useful to us. Yeah, let's try Blister Pod first. We have many variants of Blister Pod and very few Night's Whisper stuff. Okay, that actually resolves. I'm gonna cast Night's Whisper now. It's looking like he's just sitting on Mystical Teachings. Ooh. So I think I just attack first and see what he does. Then I'm gonna try and play my other guys. No need to do any type of pump. He could be playing Evankar's Justice, but that's actually not too bad for us. If he's playing Evankar's Justice, we can grow basically everything, or rather, we can grow Carrion Feeder a billion times. We'll see what happens. Yeah, he seems to kind of be on air. I'm not sure how that's possible. He's definitely got Mystical Teachings. He might have Evankar's, which we can do some things with. Yeah. So what will he get with this? Obviously some type of removal spell. But what do you get? Tragic Slip? Maybe that's what you get. If he has it. Oh, AK. That leads me to believe that he's either in a ton of trouble or he's got Evankar's Justice. And it looks like the former might be the case. He does have a bunch of lands. So there is that. I'm not going to sack anything. We've got enough. We also don't need to add to the board pretty much ever. Not ever, but we're looking okay here. So he did discard. I don't think I need to play that or show it. Just threaten for 6. Make him do something. Alright, he's got another Mystical Teaching, so we'll see what he does. I'm not gonna play further into counters or Evankar's Justice. I think we have enough here. So what is he gonna Teachings for now? Or does he just have removal? Doomblade. Okay, so we'll just put a counter on Carrion Feeder at this point. Yes. So Doomblade's a card that we are fairly strong against, as you can see. All of the creatures we care most about are impervious to Doomblade. So that's very good for us. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So even if he wants to go with a Justice, he's really only getting rid of the Blister Pods. Okay. So I'll sack the token here. Since it's more susceptible to bounce. 2, 3, 4. I mean, he could have Capsize. So we never really want to move too far, too all in or anything. Yep, that resolves. So what do we have going on here? We have 9 damage. If I play Blood Throne and just go for it, it is 11 exactly. I think I'm happy with 6. He goes to 4, then back up to 5, then he can at most go up to 6. So I don't think I need to play anything yet. I'm just gonna pass. Maybe that's wrong. This is better against... Well, it's not better against Counterspell, and it's not better against Evankar's, so... He's just sitting back. I'm not sure what he's gonna do. He's gonna Teachings. Oh, he's gonna Crypt Incursion. Alright, so he gains... Well, he gains a billion. He gains 9. Okay, that's gonna change things quite a bit. He still has to deal with our board, but this is plenty annoying. Bottom. Wow. So he really is in trouble. Except he keeps gaining life. I mean, he's kind of back at a head start. 3, 6. So he can find a counter spell. I do have Pulse, so I could Guy, Pulse, and replay the guy. Should I do that now? No, I'll attack first and make him blink. He might even do something before then. I also could have sacked Blister Pod and tried to pulse it. Maybe I should have done all this pre-combat. I could have sacked Blister Pod and then pulsed it back. Okay. So now I'm just going to try for it. And it worked. Oops. That's called a misclick. And that resolved. So now we're really going to make him have it here. He gets the teachings again, so what do you get? What can you get? He is gaining life repeatedly. Ooh, capsize is a bitch. Pardon my language. But we can sack to get around it. It's just a little bit sad that it has to be this way. This is okay. Capsize dies. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I think we just play this. And we don't invest in any of these creatures because he has capsize. Whatever he tries to capsize, we're going to have to sacrifice. Yeah, this is working out quite well. Yep, and we just sack her to the carrion feeder. Boom. That's 5 damage. I could go 6, 7. I could go a lot more. I could go 8, 9. 5 damage. You know what? I'm gonna sack a Blister Pod to this thing. So this is 9 damage. Or sorry, wow, 7 damage. I'm bad. I'm satisfied with that. And do I Rancor? She's a 3/3. I'm gonna try and Rancor her. Yeah. So his last 2 cards are lands, I guess. And we win game 1. That was fantastic. So we want to cut Tragic Slips and add the Grim Harvest and basically some Fairy Macabres to have more threats and more ways to just screw up his graveyard. So I think it's 1 and 3, and I think that's it. We could play Gleeful Sabotage to kill Curse, but that seems a little too reactive. I think we want to just pressure, 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 and pressure some more. Alright, I'm satisfied. Let's get ready. He's going to do a lot of sideboarding, probably bringing in Graveyard Hate, more sweepers, and creature control. He might be bringing in creatures, but I don't want to have Tragic Slips in my deck preemptively for that. I want it to be confirmed that they're actually going to have a use. As long as we stay proactive and we force the action, I think we're kind of doing the right thing. I think we're making the right call there. The longer the game goes, the more favored he's going to become. Though you can see we were able to play a reasonably long game. I have to imagine that was around 10, 12 turns. I didn't look at it, but I would guess it was in that range. So that's pretty good. I mean, we had Pulse of Marasa, Night's Whisper, all the sacks to help us. He did flood out, so that was a help as well. But that's kind of how the deck is supposed to run. I'm glad you're finally getting to see what it's capable of. It's just, it can become a total nightmare. So we're missing blue. I'm so used to playing blue decks that I said blue. We're missing green here, but we can keep this because we can do a bunch of things. I think I'm actually going to lead on Sanitarium Skeleton because it works better against his Edict. Maybe that's wrong. He could come out with like Innocent Blood and a Relic, but it doesn't seem like he is. And next I am gonna go Carrion Feeder, because he's a ways away from Evankar's Justice, and Shrivel I can just sack one of them and save the other, so it's really just a 1-for-1. We can also get the Skeleton back pretty soon. We also have insurance against Echoing Decay. It's interesting how the sacrifice ability basically gets around so many things in this guy's deck. It gets around Echoing, it gets around Capsize, it can boost guys up to endure a sweeper or a spot removal spell. Very interesting. And if he still has Doomblade in his deck, I mean, look at how awful that'll be for him. I think we just attack first, try and make him do something, and then I'll think about playing Bloodthrone. He missed a land, by the way. That can only help us. Boom. Yeah, I'm fine with Bloodthrone dying, or, you know, getting countered. Then we have Night's Whisper to try and get some more stuff. Yep. Okay, let's see what he can do. Does find the land. Can't play it fast enough here. So what can he do for 3 mana that would make a difference? He's closer to Evankar's Justice. We gotta be a little mindful of that. Chainer's Edict. So do I sack Skeleton at that point? Yeah, it dies to Justice as well, so I'm going to sack the Sanitarium Skeleton. I'm going to Night's Whisper first, in case I find green. I can do some cool things. Ooh, Unearth's not too bad. Alright, let's just attack. My concern is Evankar's Justice. I'm not sure we can play around it at this point. So if I Bloodthrone, I'm saving one guy. He also needs the land for that. Okay, it's not any worse than if I get back Sanitarium Skeleton with the Unearth. Okay, he's got it. Yeah, this sucks for us. So we're just left with Bloodthrone Vampire. Or not. So I'll just sack one of the Carrion Feeders. Okay, I guess this is not so bad. But this is bad. So I'm actually just going to activate Skeleton now before he can cast Crypt Incursion. We have nothing else to do, so kind of cool with that. He's going to preordain. I mean, he's in good shape here. We don't have a relevant clock. Bottom, so he's looking for lands. He found it. Okay, so he's got Teachings, and maybe I start with Skeleton and go from there. So I think I want to get Nest Invader down pre-combat. Wow, that actually resolves. Okay. Why would that resolve? I really don't know. I'm gonna attack and see what he's up to. Well, I don't know what it is. I think playing this actually is better against Evankar's Justice than than not playing it. Okay, he countered that, but not Sanitarium Skeleton. Okay. Okay. I don't think I randomly start growing stuff. Ooh, Fairy Macabre gets 2 Chainer's Edicts, 2, 4, 5, 6. That's pretty sweet. So I think I play this pre-combat. Maybe I attack first. What could he have here that we care about? I don't think I'd do much with it for combat. I think I just leave the token, so I think we attack first. Leave the token around to maybe save a guy. I don't think we were going to use it during combat. So cast this, and then I'm going to nuke both of his edicts. That resolves. Okay, yeah, 2, 4, 6, so we want to do this before he can find a land. So that should help us just a little bit. But we're not in a great spot, to be honest. I'll try and suit up the skeleton next, because even if it dies we can return it. There's a bog, but doesn't really hurt anything. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess he could have capsize, which is not so bad, but I think I'm gonna put this on the skeleton. We have 3 rancors, so if we lose one, I mean, is it really that bad for us? Diabolic Edict. Okay, so Bloodthrone Vampire is dying. Or is she? Yes. No, I think the Carrion Feeder's dying. Her sacrifices get a lot more explosive, so if he has something like Disfigure or Justice ever, then she's just bigger for us. So now he has Teachings. What can it get him? Capsize? So stopping those 2 edicts actually is going to be kind of relevant, because those 2 edicts could wipe our board right now. He's trying to figure out what to get. I have 2 more Rancors in hand, so kind of having that delay. Okay. So that's alright. I'll just get my skeleton back. He has 7 lands in place, so he can't flashback and edict, and now we know his other card is Radiant Fountain. So I think I just put 2 Rancors on Bloodthrone Vampire, and then I get my skeleton back from the graveyard once he edicts me. So he's taking 5, but still not the end of the world, because he's gaining life, basically 3 life. He's also got Teachings. Alright, so it's possible I should have wow, he's gonna have a hard time with the skeleton, huh? I'm kinda surprised. So his last card's Radiant Fountain. He can't flashback Teachings yet. He's gonna be able to untap and flashback for another edict if he has it. So she'll die, but then I get to play skeleton and put 3 Rancors on him. So there's no way I'm casting Rancor pre-combat. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so this gets a kill spell. I mean, I have to assume he's playing Disfigure and other things. Maybe I start with skeleton. So he's going to counter it. Who cares about that? Oh, he's going to edict. No, he's going to counter it. Alright. Well, I think he's dead if he does this. Because I can just sack Young Wolf Okay, oh, edicts, right. There you go. That'll do it. Sure. So, yes. So now I'll just Young Wolf up, and I'll put Rancor on both creatures. Looks like he's F6'd. Okay, he just concedes. Wow. We kind of destroyed him. I mean, both games were hairy at some point, but once it got to this stage, look, it is turn 10, so I don't think I was too far off in the first game. This point where he's got all these lands, we actually kind of outvalue him in some ways. It's also how the removal matches up. Edicts are terrible against us. Chainer's Edict's better, but you know, in this instance, we were able to actually neutralize that. What else happened here? I don't know if there's much else for us to learn from. We were missing green for a long time, so we got to stockpile a bunch of spells. That actually helped for a little bit. And also, one thing that happens with this deck sometimes is we play less relevant threats early that he has to deal with. And then once he's kind of used up his answers, scarier threats come along. And I was surprised that Skeleton actually was that useful. It's only a 1-of in the deck, and actually pulling some weight there. Thank you guys for watching. We'll be back for round 4. It has begun. This is round 4, I believe. We are on the draw, and looks like our opponent's mulligan to 6. We're going to keep our 7-card hand. Really like seeing these Knight's Whispers in the opening hands, because this hand doesn't look too great, but Knight's Whisper is a bit of reassurance. Okay, so this could be just about anything at this point. He double topped, and then before he began, he topped. So he really, with the preordain, only topped one more card. He's mono blue something. I think I'll just start with Bloodthrone Vampire. And that forces him to play Daze or Counterspell to stop it, and not Spellstutter Sprite. Next turn we have 2 guys we can play. So he might not be mono blue, but I'm just gonna... Okay, so he's mono blue. This will be an interesting match. Looks like we're probably going to get hit with a ninja. That's not too bad, but means we're probably going to end up having to sacrifice something in order to try and block, which could get blown out by a snap, which is a bit of a problem, obviously. Could also try a Knight's Whisper into something, but I think if he has snap, he'll definitely attack, but if he doesn't have it, I don't see why he would attack. Ooh, that's a good draw. So he didn't shuffle. Okay, so I mean, we can even block with the skeleton. So I guess we can just attack. We're gonna play skeleton and Bloodthrone. In an extreme pinch, we can just block with the skeleton. So we have double Knight's Whisper to fall back on. We have Pulse of Marasa to help us out. Okay. So now he can counter a lot with that Spellstutter Sprite. So it's just a matter of what do we want to get countered. And probably the Carrion Feeder, and then we can Nest Invader, which I think is a good option here. So we'll let him take that out. Yes. So now we cast Nest Invader, and I think we just push with one of the vampires. And if he doesn't block, we don't pump. We're going to save the pump potentially for a rainy day. Okay, he's down to 3 cards. There's a Delver. And a Spire Golem. And he has 1 card left, which we have to assume is like a counter spell. Okay, I may just try for Pulse. Oh, now I can just double Night's Whisper. I can also use the spawn token, but I think I want to leave that around to actually pump. Okay, so he just counters it. I could get the Carrion Feeder back, but again, I think I still want a Night's Whisper here. Okay. So should I attack? No, I don't think I actually... Man, this is a little tricky because Spire Golem kind of stonewalls us. We're just gonna have to wait a sec. If this flips, we at least get to see what he has. And wow, that sucks. Okay, we're getting rocked here. Alright, I need a good draw. Nothing, absolutely nothing. He has 7 in the air. So we're gonna just have to hope that he lets me pulse. But he's probably not going to. Man. Well, we do have aerial volley after board. That's about it. He had a good sequence here. Delver, Spire Golem, and then the Delver flipped. So that's GG, guys. I think we have a shot here, though. Maybe I should have tried to resolve the pulse earlier instead of the second Night's Whisper. I probably should have thought of that a little more. I think the pulse is a little expensive against his counters. I'm not sure what's going on. The computer's kind of frozen. I'm trying to sideboard. Okay, now it's working. Bloodbriar, kind of the same thing. Fairy Macabre is interesting because we can just play it as a blocker in the air. So is Gleeful Sabotage. I could go 2 and 1 and cut the Bloodbriars. Or I could cut Rancor. Rancor kind of gets through his stuff, though. I think Bloodbriar might be the cut. I just play 1 and 1. This is still a 3 mana threat, which is not that awesome. I'm going to play 2 copies of Gleeful Sabotage. And I think we're going to try this. I want a lower mana curve. A lot of these guys don't do so well, you know, attacking into his board, but what they do is pump up all of our Aristocrats. So we're going to play first. Got a 1 lander, but it's a pretty... we can cast everything in our hand except for 1 card, so I think I'm going to keep. Missing lands could end up being our downfall. Oh, okay, so we didn't miss lands. So I guess I'll go Young Wolf and Carrion Feeder here. Or do I want Blister Pod to get a mana out of it? That might be good too. Then next turn, with the mana, I could go Blood Throne and do something. No, I think I'll play the Young Wolf. I think that's a little better. gets bigger. Okay, he's gonna daze that. I'm fine with that, I believe. Okay, found a snap. That's actually not very good for us. I think I'm just gonna try and execute this. I hope he plays Miscreant. Nope. Okay, so we can just volley. But do I want to... No, we can trigger Tragic Slip at any time. So I think we just attack and kill this. And we leave up Tragic Slip for something. Snap's going to be interesting. We can't really... We at least get to play around it a little bit. Second land, okay. So I can kill a Spell Stutter Sprite with Tragic Slip. So I think I'm going to attack, play Blister Pod, and Tragic Slip if he does anything about it. If he goes for the Sprite. Okay, he didn't do anything, so I'm just going to pass. Still nothing. Yeah, we're not playing Rancor into the snap. This game is really weird. He's not doing anything. We're not doing anything. Okay. So now, what is our bait here? Blood Throne? Or Nest Invader? Well, I'm not sure. He has Snap, which makes Blood Throne worse. If I play Nest Invader, he counters, I attack, kill the Spire Golem. I can try for Blood Throne later. If I play the Blood Throne, he counters it. I can try for Nest Invader later. Nest Invader later. I don't know what's more useful. Blood Throne would be, except he has Snap. So I think I try and throw the Blood Throne away. Just resolves. Okay, so I guess I'm just passing. Because he can just snap the Spire Golem. Alright, so he's gonna get ninjas going. Okay. He has 3 cards. Well, I think I might just make him snap something. But do I want to go after the Spire Golem or not? I guess I'll go after the Delver. If the Delver flips, it's going to be a fast clock for him, whereas right now he's just going 2 at a time. He let that resolve as well. Okay, let's just attack first. Then I'm going to try and bait a counter with the Carrion Feeder and play Nest Invader. So he'll probably get the Spell Stutter Sprite out. The hell is going on? You just have nothing? What's wrong with this guy? Does he have days? No, he would have used it on the tragic slip. Okay, he's just got nothing. Why doesn't he sack the relic then? Because he's getting worked. He does have snap. Okay, so do I want to build a carrion feeder right now? Maybe. Yeah, but the thing is he wants to use snap on it. I can make him snap the nest invader. That's actually a decent play. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll make a 2/2. And do I want to make a 3/3? I think I want to give myself the option. Ooh, that's a good draw as well. So I think I want to try and Rancor this, and if he snaps it, I at least get to recast it later. Just a straight up counterspell. Well, that's annoying as all hell. So I guess I'll just cast the skeleton for now. And I'll leave everything as is. I don't think we can attack, so. But we'll get there. Okay, we're at a bit of a standstill, as you can see. I'll just go for this again. Try and get the snap, and then I can get the nest invader a second time. Hopefully that'll be good enough. Vapor snag. Sure. So I probably should not have played the land, but okay, so he has no more counters. He still has the snap. Maybe I just make him use it at this point, but I'll wait till next turn when I can actually recast something. Or I could just go all in. I'll wait till next turn. That way I can recast whatever he snaps. He's pretty flooded, so we're happy about that. Okay, so I think I'm just going to attack with everybody. And get the snap out of his hand. Okay. So I'll sack that to the Blood-Throne Vamp. Let's see what he does. It's basically a 2-for-1 for him, or he just goes to 5. That could also be what happens. But I think it's worth it. As you can see, we're just kind of pummeling him into the ground. But the other thing is, he's a little flooded, obviously. Okay, so we'll just sack the Evolving Wilds now. He's kind of doing nothing. We'll attack again. I don't think I should have sacked that. Okay, so we'll just do this. This would put him to 1. So this kind of makes him pull the trigger. Unless he wants to go to 1. I don't have to go all in on anything. We've got ample pressure here. So he's going to snap the carrion feeder. So, yeah, I'm fine with that. I could have went for the kill, but if he has another snap, I lose a guy and the blood throne. Okay, so now he's just sacking that. Awesome. So we can grow some stuff. Yeah, cool. So that game he just got flooded. He didn't have anything going on at all. Sabotage. Bloodbriar on the draw seems bad. I think we probably want just a blocker. Grim Harvest could be good, but he's got that relic. Okay, we're gonna try for this and see if it does anything. So we saw the two extremes of what Delver can do. The very ideal extreme on game 1 was him flipping Delver immediately, having Spire Golem, having Sprite with Ninja, having counter spells at the exact right time. We'll keep this. We can kill Delver and we can start drawing cards. And then game 2, he cast Daze, set himself back. Really didn't have anything going on, no manipulation, no permission. So we absolutely saw the two extremes there. If the Night's Whisper does resolve, we'll end up discarding to hand size. Okay, there's that. So I could just go for a slip. Ooh, Fairy Macabre, huh? I think I'll just go for a Tragic Slip. That way I can play my Jungle Hollow. He can only have Daze or Vapor Snag here. Either one we're okay with. Okay, Daze. No. So I think he's about to go for a Ninja. I think he's dead set on that, which is what he's going to do. If he has another Daze... No, it's not a Ninja. Okay. Well, there's an Aerial Volley. So I guess we can play Night's Whisper. And then if he goes for Sprite, we actually just F him up pretty hard. Okay, so it lands. Volley, baby. Yes. This will be sick if it resolves. If it doesn't, we might be in trouble, but I mean, how many dazes are we going to play around? Alright, got him. Got him pretty good there, I would say. And that's it. That's our turn. A few too many lands, but not awful. Okay. So, I think we just go for another Night's Whisper. He's just going to deprive it. Okay. Still nothing. I don't want to throw the Macabre out there yet. I want to be able to try and play two threats at once. He's clearly sitting on some counters, so he's clearly sitting on a lot of counters. It would appear. All right, so I'm going to start here. Snap counter. A second deprive. Does he have a third? No. It almost looked like he's F6, but I would hate to just lose my Rancor to a snap here. So I think I'm just going to sit back. This is Faye versus Faye. Well, he's kind of not doing anything. Let's try and draw. Third Knight's Whisper, I like that. Okay, so we can attack first. I think I'm actually going to bait with Blood Throne. And then go for a Young Wolf. Wow, I think he's just doesn't have anything. Okay, so this we can try and slip. If it doesn't work, it's not the end of the world. Gosh, okay. Well, this stack just got interesting. Wow. Wow. Okay. I'm still not going to throw that Rancor away if I can avoid it. Ooh, perfect. So now I think we do go Blood Throne. And he's going to basically have nothing to say about it. We've got all the lands we'll ever need. If I find an Unearth, the Blood Throne's not really that worth it. Okay, so we're going to make him blink here. And now we'll send the Blood Throne forward. Okay, so do a simple sack here. Don't really lose anything. Double block. So I'm just gonna pump it once and try and kill both of these guys. I'm not gonna pump twice. If he has a snap, we just throw away the Young Wolf for basically no reason. But this is fine with me. Getting both of these guys, 2-for-1 trade. So now he's gonna snap. Yeah, okay. So I'll just replay her. And if it just resolves, I'm still, I don't think, gonna Rancor. Okay, did not flip. 5th land. Okay, there's another Young Wolf. I'm gonna give it a shot. Well, he was about to do something. Seems like maybe he has another snap. I think I'm still gonna go for it. We lose the Rancor, but we get to replay. Oh wow, Spell Stutter Sprite. We get to replay the Blood Throne if he doesn't. I think I'm just gonna hold back for now. Okay, days, that's fairly easy to play around here. Okay, I'm definitely blocking that. I think he just messed up. I think he forgot we have a flyer. Yeah, he's gonna be pissed. So he probably had Ninja there. His hand's probably Ninja and Daze. I think he's just gonna play the Ninja, yeah. He effed up. Alright, so his last card is Daze, basically a blank, and we have a Rancor, so let's get this bastard. Yeah, now we can really get to work here. We can trade Young Wolf for both of these. Unless he wants to put all 3 guys on it. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so this is great for us. Absolutely fantastic. And we'll do it one more time. So we trade a Young Wolf, a 1-mana threat, for both of his guys and a point of damage. Wow. Could not be much worse for him. Situation is looking awesome. Another ninja. Ooh, serrated arrows. Okay. That's actually good. That is actually good. So just sack here. But I'm still not too concerned. I might just trade the Macabre now. Ooh, that's a timely draw, huh? Now we don't actually have to. Maybe I put it on Young Wolf and attack. Or I could just put it on Blood Throne and wait till I find more guys. I'm going to attack with both of these guys. I'm willing to trade either one for his Delver, I think. Okay, I'm still putting Gleeful on her, or Rancor on her, and casting Gleeful. So the situation's getting better and better. Now it's possible I'll trade any guy for the Delver. So I can just keep attacking. See, yeah, it seems good. Okay, he just concedes. He wasn't... Ooh, another Rancor. I don't know if I would have even done that. We were going to flood out a little bit. Look at all these lands. Fortunately, it was good enough, though. So we're 2-2 going into round number 5. Just like we planned. Let's go ahead and do it, guys. 5th and final match. Let's wish our opponent good luck. We're going to play first. And we'll keep this hand. The mana's a little slow, but we got plenty of 1-drops to help out with that. And probably Young Wolf first, but maybe Skeleton. It really depends if he's playing removal or creatures or both. If he's playing removal, we probably want Young Wolf. If he's playing creatures, we might want the extra toughness on the Skeleton. Affinity. Alright, this will be a good one to test out. So he's playing removal and creatures. Let's go ahead and start with Young Wolf, though. Game 1, I'm not sure how we'll do. He might not be Affinity. He could be one of the Kuldotha decks. Alright, so I have to assume he's just sitting on Galv Blast, and he is Affinity. So if he's sitting on Galv Blast, we really don't want to go for the Rancor. So let's attack first, and probably just play Blood Throne Vamp. Of which we have 3. Now we're missing a land, but he missed a land as well, and we're ahead on land, so I don't feel the urgent desire to cast Night's Whisper. I have to assume he's got Galv Blast. I don't know why he would keep the hand otherwise. Okay, so he found something. He's going to tap out, so we will get the Rancor. Ooh, okay. So maybe we'll just play Skellington and Rancor up the Vampire. Oh, now we can do it all. So Vampire number 2. Yeah, let's play Vampire number 2. And then next turn we can Skellington and Blood Throne. But I think this is a decent start. The reason we're doing the Rancor this turn is because it might be one of our only chances to get around his Galv Blast, which would just be an utter blowout. Okay, there's a Frogmite. And an Atog. Oh, a Forger. Okay, so he's still got that Galv Blast going. But we're gonna make things interesting here. He's gonna tap out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thought cast. Okay. So he's got no trick from the looks. So if I play this card and attack with Blood Throne, I can make it up to 7 toughness by sacking the Young Wolf. I think I'll probably just trade it for the Forger though. And then if he does block, I can Rancor again and cast Carrion Feeder instead of playing Blood Throne. So I think I'll do it like this. I'm guessing he's going to take the block. At least with Forger. Actually, if he does it with Forger, I may just sack the Skeleton and half of the Young Wolf and survive it. Okay. Am I still going to sack? No, I don't think so. Alright, I'm just going to play Vamp number 3. Are we worried about Krark Clan Shaman? Not really. I think I can make these guys 3 toughness. He's already got to do 2 to kill this. So I can make enough of these guys 3 toughness that him sacking 3 artifacts is probably not too feasible. Here comes a Tog. That's going to be an issue. A Tog can get pretty much as big as Blood Throne here. But we have blockers for eternity, for days, as you might imagine. Let's see if we can find a Tragic Slip. I think I'm more interested in drawing into a Tragic Slip than playing a Blood Throne Vampire, number 4. Okay, well that's not happening. I actually don't feel like I have an attack here. So I think I'm going to wait a turn until we can get Bloodbriar going. This has gotten really strange. Tragic Slip would be our best draw, but he might actually just be able to fling us here. Just be careful. Watch out for the... Okay, here's a red. Yeah, here we go. Nope. This is just a second Atog. Okay, that's not too bad. Okay, so that's how we're gonna play it, huh? For now, just sack the Young Wolf, chump block with it. And I'll use it to grow Carrion Feeder. 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17. We could just trade Blood Throne for a bunch of artifacts. Sack the Young Wolf, sack the You know what? I'm actually okay with that. The sanitarium skeleton as well. Maybe I'll actually do that next turn though, when I can get the Bloodbriar going. So we'll just get a lasting, leave a lasting impression here. We have to fade Fling a bunch of times, but okay. Well, I still don't feel like I have an attack unless I want to just cast Bloodbriar. I think we're going to try and fade one more turn and then we can start thinking about attacking. So and we could start attacking. Skeleton's interesting. You know what? The problem is on the backswing he can we're gonna have to sack so many creatures that on the backswing we might not be able to really do much, so let's just hang on for a second. Thoughtcast not the best for us. Okay, that's just a free draw for him. Alright. Okay, maybe he knows something that I don't. But okay, Skeleton's going here, Bloodthrone's going here. Bloodbriar is going here because I'm going to sack a couple times. Young Wolf is going here and I take 4. I think that's how we're playing it. Okay, so let's see what he does. I'm going to sack this, this, and maybe one of the other Blood Thrones. So which Atog is that? He sacked the Frogmite. Okay. So we have to grow the so right now I have a free sack with the skeleton. The question is, do I want to make the carrion feeder bigger or just the Bloodthrone Vampire? And kind of force him to get rid of more artifacts. I think I want to force him to get rid of more artifacts. So we just sack this right off the gate. We only need to sack one more creature to get the Bloodbriar going, so I can just sack the Bloodthrone itself. Yep. 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15. Ideally, I'd want him to get rid of at least one more artifact, but we might not be able to do that. I'll auto yield to this. Three, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15. Yeah, I think ideally I do want to sack one more creature. So that we get out of fling range. Okay, he sacked the Blood Throne. 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15. Wait, what? 3, 5, 7. Wow, I just miscounted completely. That's annoying. Well, Yeah, I guess we'll just... He's at 12, so we actually can do a pretty good job of killing him next turn, I think. So we'll just sack this now. Bloodbrier's getting huge. He may just have Fling. I don't know why he would do this otherwise. So it might not matter. Yeah, I think he does have Fling. He was just screwing with us. What a cruel bastard. Just doesn't have trample, so... The hope here is that he accidentally sacks too many artifacts and doesn't get Metalcraft, but it's too late. Maybe he just messed up, but I doubt it. Maybe he did just mess up, because he's still not flinging. I think I can kill him here. Okay, never mind. He does have the fling. He's just being a bastard. Okay. Well, that's game one, guys. But I think we have a decent shot this game, this match, with the 4 gleeful sabotages and what have you. So, and we were able to hold our own against him. Pulse seems a little slow, as usual. It seemed slow the whole time. I actually like Rancor because it helps us fight against his guys. So, does that mean we cut Knight's Whisper? Or Unearth? I think I like Knight's Whisper more than Unearth. We just run 4 Gleeful Sabotage. Yeah, that seems pretty good. That could get some stuff done. Okay, let's try it. 4 Tragic Slip, 4 Gleeful Sabotage. Yeah. We cut 2 Pulse and 2 Unearth. So if our guys die, they die for good. Wow, no black mana. So we're not going to be able to keep this. That's kind of the... comes with the territory of playing a 2-color deck. Every once in a while you'll get hit with one of these. Okay, let's try and mulligan here. Alright, this is much better. I'll keep. And I'm going to lead with Carrion Feeder, actually. We do not want more lands. This way we at least get some kind of offensive going. He kept 7. Krark Client Shaman is a bit of a concern, though Blister Pod will pretty much save us from that, I think. Not save us, but it'll force him to get pretty weird. Okay, cool. Oh, now I can play both. I'm not going to sack anything yet. Most of the time it's better to just leave the sack option around to respawn to what they're doing, and it really deters them from ever doing anything because the sacrifice just gets in the way. So we need to hit our Knight's Whispers, obviously. Gleeful is not great on this board because we don't have any green creatures. Okay, so that just stops everything. Ooh. And he's representing Galv Blast with Metalcraft. We have 4 sacks, so I guess we do get around it. 1, 2, 3, 4. But it's okay. We'll hold off for a bit. There's no real reason to just get eaten up by a Galv Blast. So we're closer to conspiring to Gleeful Sabotage. Okay. So I have a feeling he might tap out here because he's going to play another 2-drop would be my expectation. If he attacks, I just block and sack. So now I can really get a good solid attack in. Yeah, I don't think there's anything he can do here. Doesn't have a creature and he only has a green source on the table. Oh yeah, tap your mana during the blocker step. That would be good. Okay. Well, he maybe wanted to do that beforehand. But, sure. Yeah, we'll just attack and play Young Wolf. He might set up something to kind of screw us over, but the thing is, we can sack Blister Pod in the meantime. And then that'll force him to just pop the whole thing, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not too concerned. Disciple. Carapace Forger. Prophetic Prism, okay. That is the least frightening of all of those options. Okay. Gleeful Sabotage would be sick here. Particularly if he plays another artifact guy. Oh, this isn't a Tog, okay. Well, that's not good. I mean, we can block it forever, but we can't block a fling. No attack, okay. Okay. So I guess we just play this, and I don't think we have any attacks, so... Yeah, we're seeing a little bit of our limitations in terms of utility and options. He's going to have an option of just doing a lethal combination to the face. Okay, he's going for a Galv Blast. So now I have an opportunity to get around this from exiling. Okay, so I just sack this over to this, right? Or I can grow it. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I'll just make a 5/5. And now I get Young Wolf back, which is pretty sick. Yeah, try and stop that. The only thing is the computer's responding a little poorly, so I want to make sure I don't misclick at all. There we go. And we'll just sack the Eldrazi Scion. Or maybe, yeah. Well, this other Carrion Feeder can't block, so I'd rather have a creature that can block. Okay, so that should do it. And that keeps all his other guys back. And hopefully in time for my tragic slip. 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19. He's got 21. We really need tragic slip. Okay. So his relic's doing diddly squat, let's say. Alright, no attack even. And a Young Wolf. Yeah. The only thing is, we're probably not getting the Undying to happen. I think we actually just have to wait around. I can't attack into the Atog. Alright, we're just gonna wait around. 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19, 21. So he's one short anytime he draws an artifact, which will be just about whenever. There it is. So is his last card Fling? I freaking hope not. shoving with all. So he's just got the fling again. I'm telling him to stop beating around the bush here. But maybe he's not, maybe he's not so silly. Oh, I can't block with the carrion feeder, I forgot. So, yeah, I think I'll block like this. So making the carrion feeder that big was probably not the way to go. Okay, he just sacked the enforcer anyway. So now I don't even have to bother growing it. So I guess I'll just grow the carrion feeder while I can. Yeah, he's got it. Okay, so not a great overall record for this deck. And we're seeing that we basically lose out to a lot of the degenerate. Okay, maybe he doesn't have it. This is really strange because he's giving us a chance to win this game if he doesn't have it. Why lose your patience and get aggressive? No, he's definitely got it. There's no reason he would attack otherwise with everybody. This is... Anyway, so guys, the more unfair decks were the ones that we struggled with, and that's going to be a problem because that's really what's making up a lot of the top echelon of the format right now. So hexproof, elves, and affinity were all problematic for us, and those are all creature decks too, which I thought I would have a better matchup against. But just being able to fill up the board doesn't mean that we can overcome the opponent's board. So that's something really to look at.